Hello viewers, you're welcome to this tutorial. So in the previous one we had an introduction to functions. Okay, so in this tutorial we have an implementation of what a function actually does. So we know how to embed the function within our code. Okay, now a quick intro again. If you ever used to buy or maybe you've been buying at the restaurant, okay, or the marketplace or anything, now the one selling becomes much more regular with the things you buy. Alright, so even when you go there to buy something next time, so they hardly ask you what you buy. You get it, because they know what you've been buying every day, unless maybe you want to change what you buy. But if they are used to what you buy, then they kind of declare a function. So that's another example of a function, because they're used to what you buy, so within them they have a function. So if they see you, then they initiate the function, they kind of call the function to work. So they sell to you anything that they know is available, unless you want to change what you buy by time. So that's also a good example of what a function does. So they are used to what you buy, so they keep it within themselves, they declare the function within themselves, then when you appear they call the function. Okay. All right, so let's use that as an example right now. You go to a restaurant and the waitress comes to you and maybe asks you what you're buying. Okay, so at that point she has to declare a function. Just imagine they have 1,000 things on the list, or maybe 100 foods on the list that they are selling. So upon what they're having on the list, you make your selection. So you make 1, 2, 3 selections of food. Okay, so she has to keep it within herself in order to carry that name everywhere she goes. Okay, so this is basically how to declare a function. Okay, let me teach you how to declare a function first, then we bring in the restaurant and the waitress and other stuff. Okay, so first after the syntax def, just like using the for loop, you write for, and the while loop you write while. Okay, the same thing. So def means function, and this function is a function we are declaring ourselves. Okay, it's not a built-in Python function, but this def is a syntax that helps us to declare a function. Alright, so in the note I gave you in the previous tutorial, I made mention about calling a function and declaring a function. So before you call a function, you have to declare a function. You have to put something down to say this is what I want to achieve anytime I call you. Okay, so calling is simply calling someone. Basically calling is simply calling someone to do what you've asked them to do, or to assign them a task. Okay, but in function we want to declare a function and put in particular tasks to be performed. So you write def, then bring the name of the function. Okay, in the previous tutorial as well I made mention of every function has a name. Alright, so let the name of your function be readable. Okay, because we're making a function because of not making the task repeatedly and writing all the code. So we just have a function to be doing the tasks repeatedly for ourselves, so we don't need to stress ourselves on that lane. Okay, so def, and we define a function like tell the waitress. Okay, or client info, client need. Yeah, client need. So this is the function we have called client need. Then we open and close our bracket, then we bring our columns. Now I know by now you're good with indentation and columns, so I'm not explaining it here. If you don't know indentation and column, just go back to the if statement tutorials, you're going to understand them. Alright, so you hit enter. Alright, so these are the parameters I spoke about in the previous tutorial. So first have this syntax, and this syntax, after that any other thing that comes with it becomes the name of your function. Okay, and you can't leave space between them. You can't leave spaces between them, so it's good to use underscores, just like we use in declaring or calling a variable or using a variable. Okay, and let your function name be so readable. Okay, let it be simple, because you will need to call it next time. And these are the parameters I spoke about. So the open and close bracket are the parameters. Okay, inside these parameters will be arguments, but let's not stress ourselves with it. So this is the basic way of calling a function. Okay, declaring a function. We are declaring the function, not calling the function. Alright, so what do we want the function to do? We want the function to print hello. Okay, and we want the function to print hi. We want the function to print what's up. Alright, what's up. Yeah, okay, something happened right now. I'd like to explain it, which talks about string kind of literal stuff. Okay, so this is calling the function. Okay, with I'm still saying calling the function. This is declaring a function. Okay, so we bring the syntax we need to declare the function, bring the name of the function, bring your open and close parentheses, then your semicolon, and remember the indentation, 4 spaces, or the tab key. Okay, so anything under this is just the child of the function. So we have declared the function. Declaring means what we want the function to do. We've given the name, or we've given the function a name, and we've put in the function a particular task we want to perform if we call the function, or when we call the function. So now how do we call the function? All you need is write the function's name. You are done. So this is how to call a function. Okay, so we declare the function here. Okay, expected 2 lines. It says it needs 2 lines after a function, and the same thing happens to a class. It normally says it needs 2 lines after a class. Let's not go into that. All right, so this is what happens. We declare the function here. Then anytime you call in the function, there is no need to bring the def, all right, because we've already called the function, or declared the function, sorry. So all we need to do is use the name of the function to call the function. All right, so this is just how to declare the function and call the function. So if I print, look at what happens. Oh, sorry, it printed something else. All right, let me come to the run and select the current file. Okay. Alright, so functions. Alright, so there's it. Hello, hi, what's up? So this is just teaching you how to declare and how to call a function. So every function has a name, okay, and every function has a parameter which contains arguments. So we don't have arguments right now. I'll explain it to you as we go, and these are the things we want to do when the function is called. So if I clean this code, check this out. If I clean this code or comment this code, alright, the function's function will not be seen. So see, it displays nothing. Okay, why? Because I've just declared the function, but I haven't called the function. All right, so I've told someone want to surprise a person and every other thing. So these are things we will do if you want to surprise the person, and I never called the person to execute the surprise, so this code will not run. So every other thing will run. Check this out. If I print, hey, where is my function? Okay, where is my function? All right, so where is my function will run, but the function itself will not run. Okay, we're not seeing the function. Why? Because Python will go through the function and know that every syntax and every other thing we need is legitimate, but because we haven't called the function, or we have commented the function. Comment means we try to emit that one. We don't want to run that line of code. Okay, so Python will skip this line. All right, so just because of the not calling the function after declaring the function, so our function is not going to work. All right, so understand the difference between calling the function and declaring the function. So if I take this out of the comment, the codes under the function will run, and every other code I have will also run. So let's check it out. Okay, so it prints hello, hi, what's up, where is my function? Okay, no, I think it should have printed that is my function. Okay, that is my function. That is my function. All right, so that is it. So this is what we have, and this is the basic concept of how to declare a function, and understanding the name of a function, the duties the function has to perform, and declaring the function in the first place, and calling the function. Okay, so these are the few things you need to understand within this tutorial. So we're going to explain more of how to blend this stuff within using user input, okay, and being able to display something regularly to the user by time or when you want to display them. So this is just a quick intro of how to declare your function, how to call your function, and maybe how to give a good name to your function. All right, so thanks for viewing. Subscribe to the channel if you've not. Watch out for the next tutorial. Just watch it, it's available. Okay, and like the video if it's informative for you. So thank you for viewing.